When you did the advanced filter exercise in the earlier chapter, you would have ended up with a sheet called filter with the following results. This, for example, is crit 3, and this is the answer to crit 3. What I'd like to do is ask you to do an exercise and apply some database functions to this sheet. Start by typing sum, average and count in these cells here, and then I want to copy these and I'm going to apply them to each criteria. So can you paste them into N, also paste them into V, also paste them into column AD, and lastly into column AL. Then to the right of the first sum, I want you to enter a DSUM function, equals DSUM, open bracket. What I want to sum this time is a database called forest list. So I start to type forest list, and I can down arrow and press tab, and then comma. The field that I'm wanting to sum is area treated. So I can start typing area, and there's area treated, which I named earlier, or we named earlier, and I can down arrow and press tab. And then I'll press comma, and now I need to put my criteria. So I'll put CR, and there is my list of criterias, and there is crit 3. So I choose crit 3, and enter. So the sum of the area treated in the list called forest list, for those records that match crit 3, is 400, and that balances with these records here. I can fill that down, and I could change this DSUM to DAVERAGE, change this DSUM here to DCOUNT, and there are my answers there. And that's actually correct. The average of these records is 100, the sum is 400, and there's 4 of them. What I'd then like you to do is to copy that information across to each other sum, average and count. So I've copied it across to O, and I'm going to then press, with those 3 cells selected, Control H, and replace crit 3 with crit 4, and replace all. There should be 3 replacements made, and OK, and close. Not a very good example, because the average of course is 0 or nothing, and the sum and the count is 0. But continue the exercise by copying those functions across to W, pressing Control H, and replacing crit 4 with crit 5, and replace all. And we should get some answers for this particular criteria. Because there are 2 records, they average 800 and they sum to 1600. And just continue that across for the remaining 2. Control H, replace crit 5 with crit 6, and replace all. And OK, and close. And lastly, copy across to AM, Control H, and replace crit 6 with crit 7. Replace all. And so lastly, the sum of these records here is 3,500, which is correct. They average 875, and there's 4 of them. So we can use these DSUM functions to do checks and balances against our advanced filters. Continue and do that exercise.